everyone, it is I, Mark S.W. Welcome back to my channel. Today is World Autism Acceptance Day. As you all know, I'm autistic and proud of it. Now, some of you may be wondering, why haven't I uploaded a video in March? Well, the reason is because, for those of you who haven't been paying attention, my house is being renovated, so I had to take some time off to sort things out. So, moving furniture, tidying up, stripping the wallpapers. It's been quite a palaver. In fact, that's what this video is about. For this year's World Autism Acceptance Day video special, I thought I'd talk about the 3 things that I hate. In fact, all autistic people are different, but I'm pretty sure they hate these 3 things too. Changes, palavers, and manual labour. Before I get into those things, I thought I'd give you a quick guided tour of what's going on. I've never given you a tour of my house before. So this is the room I'm filming in. This used to be the dining room. There used to be a fireplace there, but that's been removed by the builders. And they've also put these mats on the floor to protect the new concrete, because the builders found some damp in the concrete. In the old stuff, they had to dig about 14 inches to get rid of it. All the wallpaper has been removed. Took some time though, because some of the wallpaper has been sort of like glued onto the plaster. If we pull too much, they will take the plaster with it. In there, this is the living room. It's going to be the living room again once it's all done. One of the big changes we've done is made the doorway a bit wider. So this is good for like wheelchair access. And in there, where the cement mixer is, this used to be the kitchen. You can see all the wiring and gas pipes. One of the jobs they've had to do is put in new wires. This bit is new though. They've installed French windows. It's a sort of a door, and it leads out into a patio. So we put a small table there, and it's the ideal place to have breakfast. Of course, when the weather is nice, because today is very wet and windy. Because the idea is, well, my mum's idea, because she's now living with me, we're going to turn the old kitchen into a sort of utility room. So we have things like washing machine, dryer, dishwasher, and cupboards with all our tools. And we'll turn the dining room into the new kitchen. The idea is we'll put like a sink there, maybe a microwave, an oven there. And along this side, a few cupboards and a fridge. And that's upstairs. Can't go upstairs because they've got a lot of extra work going on there. They've found some woodworm in the bedrooms upstairs, so they need to be treated for that. So as you can see, a lot's been going on. So now you guys have had the guided tour, sort of. I shall get back to those 3 points and why most autistic people don't like them. So starting with changes. Most autistic people don't like changes. I mean, some changes can be good. For example, with this renovation, we've got very noisy neighbours, and they've got a dog that constantly howls, and it's really annoying. So if the builders can soundproof the wall, that would be very helpful. So that's one good change. See what I mean? Oh, do shut up, you annoying runt. Other good changes could be things like getting some new equipment, like something that's more up to date, like a bigger TV or an up-to-date iPhone. Or another good change is not going to school. Then you don't have to face horrible bullies and teachers that judge you. So that's another good change. However, there are some changes that some autistic people don't like. It's either because they're uncomfortable with it, or they may have to adjust their routines that they're more familiar with, or they just don't like the changes in general. I suppose an example of this in children and teenagers, both autistic and non-autistic, is when they have to move house or even move to another country. That's a very common example of bad changes. I mean, sometimes they don't want to move house because they have to say goodbye to all their friends, or the facilities that they have at the old location they may not have at the new location. But of course, like most children, they don't really have a choice. It's the parents' decision, and most parents rule with an iron fist. I know that may sound a bit harsh, but that's my way of seeing it. The adults always get what they want. And if you're looking for an adult example, the best example would be Sheldon Cooper from the comedy series The Big Bang Theory. Sheldon hates changes. That's why he has contracts, so he can always get his way. Sheldon says that he uses contracts so he can get the right way. The fact that his way is also the right way is a happy coincidence. But that's also the selfish way. That's not the best way to handle changing situations. My advice is, if you're an adult or a child with or without autism, but you don't like changes, you could do something similar to what Sheldon did, but not in the selfish way. Just come up with some terms and conditions that can benefit both people. The secret is, don't do it in the Sheldon way. Don't make it sound like you're being selfish. Try and write them in a way that they're more reasonable for both people. The person who wants to go through these changes and the person who is a bit uncomfortable with the changes. Another reason why most autistic people don't like changes is because of the second point, palavers. There's just so much to do. I've had to strip the wallpapers, I've had to move furniture and other items into rooms that aren't being renovated, I've had to make several trips to the rubbish tip, I've had to do so much cleaning and tidying, which I don't do, and worst of all, I've had to find a home for every single item. I mean, I can't just put them in a box. I've got to find a home for them. Mum insists. Some people would say this is good experience for the future. Yeah, but it's an unpleasant experience that I don't think anyone would want to go through. I think we're all going, why can't we live in a Disney world where we just snap our fingers and everything's all done at once? That would be perfect, but alas, that's not possible. I mean, it would be like in the movie The Sword and the Stone, when Merlin is packing his bag, he manages to fit every single contents into the bag. He just shrinks it down so small so it fits into one tiny bag. If that was possible, that would be a lifesaver, but it's not. Life isn't some cartoon musical where you sing a little song and all your dreams magically come true. So let it go. So as you can see, it's a lot of work to be done. And that brings me to the third point, manual labour. Now before you guys say, well, you're just being lazy, well, you're wrong. It's got nothing to do with being lazy. I admit I'm a little bit of a slob, say 10%. But I am definitely not lazy. I mean, autistic people are not lazy. Believe it or not, there are some situations where autistic people can get tired and exhausted. And they can also suffer from executive dysfunction. Symptoms for executive dysfunction can be they can be easily distracted, or they find it difficult to switch from one task to another, especially if they're more focused on one particular task. Another symptom is autistic people find it hard to start tasks that are either difficult or boring. And that is so me, because most of the tasks I've been doing during the renovation is cleaning, tidying up. Newsflash, I don't do cleaning, I don't do tidying up, and I definitely don't do moving furniture that's either heavy or too big to get through doors that you have to end up taking them apart. I do filming, editing, animations, photography, and image designing. Those are the works that I prefer. I must admit, I feel like Alec Guinness in Bridge Over the River Kwai. Officers won't work. Of course, autistic people will do work if it's work that they like or if it's tasks that are very easy and simple to do. Whereas if it's a task that they would find difficult, boring, or not up their alley, then they will do it, but only at their own pace and in their own special way. It may not be the right way, but it's the way that they're more comfortable with, and you should respect that. So if you are autistic, and if you're going through a change that you're just not comfortable with, or you just don't like, then let your voice be heard. Maybe do a video like this and share your opinions. Of course, you don't have to give full details of your reasons. If you're unhappy with the changes, that's fine, that's reason enough. It's just that in my experience, some people have always asked me, well, why? Well, I don't know, call it instinct, I suppose. Now with me, these things take time to get used to, and some of the things I have got used to, mainly because I really just don't care anymore. I reach the point where I go, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. So I hope this video has been some use to you, and you sort of understand the situation I'm currently going through. If you have enjoyed this video, you know what to do, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, do subscribe and hit the notification bell. And also follow me on my social sites, because I'll be uploading some photos of the renovation work and give you an update. One day it will all be over, and then we've got to do the rooms that haven't been renovated. God save us. Over and out.